Hello everyone, welcome back to The Homegrown Artist, or welcome to The Homegrown Artist. If you are new here, my name is Michaela. Thank you for joining me today. So right now I'm headed out to the garden to get what I believe to be the kind of last big pepper harvest. We've harvested quite a lot from it, and things have still continued to grow and produce, and this hat looks very funny the way that I have it on right now. I think it's starting to slow down. We still had some blossoms on them the last time that I was out here, but I think today might be one of the last big hauls that we have. When the wind is blowing and my hat flips up, I feel a little bit like a hillbilly, which I guess is not wrong. My hat is about to blow off my head. Don't do it, don't do it. Okay, I've got my arms full of stuff, so I'm constantly trying to shift them so I don't drop anything, but we are here, and my family and I have been a little under the weather this past week. And by under the weather, I mean not feeling great. We're feeling better now. We did our fire cider, and I've been eating garlic like nobody's business. And we're doing better. We're doing better. It was nothing serious. I think for me, it was just allergies because I never really felt bad. But we are here, and the garden this time of year in September, and like the last dregs of summer, as the plants are still somewhat trying to provide and do their best, but also kind of production is petering out. It makes me a little sad, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie, it makes me sad because I love seeing the colorful life and everything, and don't like seeing the brown sticky stems of dying plants. But that is just the cycle of the garden, and I'm making my peace with that and gradually saying goodbye as things start to kind of slow down. This is the bean conglomerate. It's not really produced any beans, it's just gotten huge-normous. That is just 3 plants. 3 itty-bitty beans have done that. So maybe if we plant those next year, it'll actually produce stuff. Also, I got an apron that goes all the way back around. I was planning on making myself one, but I was not gonna make myself one anytime soon. I mean, I have some fabric that I was thinking about using, but also thinking about making a skirt with that fabric. So I just decided to find myself a cotton linen blend, and one that was not going to break the bank. I managed to find one that comes from an individual seller on Etsy, so I went ahead and got it, and it's super cute. I love it a lot. I'm thinking about adding a pocket on this front panel here, partially just for aesthetics, and adding some embroidery to make it as cottagecore as possible. Oh my gosh, there's a chicken out. Hello, lovely. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to catch her. Of course you would. Oh no. Oh, darling. Alright, I'm just gonna leave her for now. So one of our turkeys, she started laying how long ago? Oh, quite a while ago. And seemingly out of season. She's made herself a little nest, and that's where she's gotten her little eggs. The worst thing is we're leaving him? Alright, we're leaving him. Oh, that's a big caterpillar. I found my arch nemesis. Oh, there he is. Okay. That right there, my friends, is a tomato hornworm. And he's on the peppers, and he will kill the entire stinking plant. It is kill or be killed, my friend. And I have an answer for you, unfortunately. Say your goodbyes. One of my least favorite things about gardening is having to dispatch the giant worms. Look at him. He's huge. Oh my gosh. And they will decimate an entire plant in no time flat. Okay. Oh, I am sorry, buddy. I know you're just... Oh, it's so gross. Oh my gosh, it's so gross. Ew, ew. I can't look. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That is... Oh, that is... Oh, I should have tossed them over to the chickens. That's a much... Why didn't you think of that sooner? That was so gross. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to, I don't know, like bleach my eyeballs after that because they're just, like the only unfortunate adjective I can think of is juicy, and that's a horrible thing to think about a bug, but that gives you a little bit of a picture of what I just experienced. Gardening skills you didn't know you needed: hand-eye coordination to catch okra. I was just whistling. No, a whistle does it, but my excellent turkey impression does not. I have been practicing my turkey impression for years on the off chance that I should ever encounter one. And now that we have them, it does nothing to impress them. You know, I've just been thinking about how much responsibility that you don't think about when you think about gardening initially. And it's not like I've never helped out in the garden before. It's not like this is a completely new concept to me, but actually being or trying to be one of the ones learning the ins and outs of caretaking and managing. There's just so much you don't think about that's going to be something you have to think about until it's a problem, and then you think about it. Speaking as a youngest child, I'm the younger of my sister and I. You know, us younger siblings, we get a bad rep. But to be fair, there is a lot of the responsibility that the oldest sibling takes on that we are not privy to. I'm not an irresponsible person. I take very good care of the stuff that is in my care and of my things, and I take good care of my people and the things that they care about. There are some things about life that you don't realize you need to take responsibility for or know how to take responsibility for until you're staring them in the face and they're blatantly obvious. I've learned a lot this summer, and I think have become maybe a slightly more responsible gardener and attentive gardener because it's been a learning process, understanding how often you need to check the plants for bugs, because that's a thing we deal with a lot. How often you need to check on that, how often you need to check the water, how often you actually need to harvest. That is, I knew it was a lot, but that is something to me that this year has been a bit of an oversight initially until I truly understood how much the garden and how frequently the garden can produce. And it is a task in its own right to actually go out and harvest everything and do a good job so you're not letting any of the fruit go to waste.
Sometimes I feel like you're too hard on yourself as the youngest, and you are baby.
I am very babied.
I am baby you. You're the baby.
I am quite precious, I will admit.
You have stepped up to the plate this summer in a way that has taken me many more years than just my 20s to do. You have to go to the garden every day. If you want a productive garden, you have to go every day. You have to weed when you don't feel like weeding. You have to water when you don't feel like watering. You have to fertilize and plant when you don't feel like it. And the work is hard work.
It is very hard work.
You have stepped up to the plate this year and really taken hold of the responsibility and the work that needed to be done. We're doing this together. This was a together project, but you will be able to take hold of the reins of your own garden whenever it's time, because you got it.
Thank you, Mama. I really needed to hear that. I always, for so long, relied so much on kind of an abstract idea of motivation. Oh, I'll have the motivation. That word is used so much. I use that word so much, where, oh, I just don't feel motivated to do it. And motivation is very important, I think. But also, once that motivation goes, you still have to be determined enough to show up. Even when you don't feel like you have the motivation or don't feel like you want to do it anymore, you still have to. There are things that need to be done, and there are consequences for the not doing of them. If they don't get done, things will happen, as just the natural course, the natural way of life. And in making the decision to do something or not to do something, that is a responsibility. You have to weigh the consequences and think, okay, if I don't do this task today, what's going to happen, and is it worth me getting to sit here? Or, you know, am I choosing not to do this task because there is another task that is taking priority? Because sometimes that's the case. I am very much so a person that when I want to do something, when I'm in the mood to do something, I want to do everything all at the same time. Sorry. And because I can't do everything all at the same time, I don't do anything. Learning how to focus that energy that I have and channel it into doing one thing or prioritizing what needs done has been really beneficial for me this summer. Figuring out how to do that and how to manage the things that I need to do in a realistic manner, and how to set realistic goals. Gosh, there's a little tiny one.
Oh wow.
This one's ripe.
Is that a black Hungarian?
It is a black Hungarian pepper.
That's the lack of moisture.
It's the lack of moisture, but it created a little tomato. Oh my gosh, that's adorable. I'm gonna put you in there anyway. I'm gonna harvest you. You are worthy. I think we got quite a good haul of peppers. We got our black Hungarian peppers, fish peppers, some Hungarian hot wax, serrano, and bell peppers, and giant Marconis. Not all of these are going to be going into the hot butter, but we wanted to get enough of the not absolutely fiery hot spicy ones to go into the hot pepper butter we're going to make. But thank you so much for joining me. Don't be too hard on yourself, and just be as responsible as you need to be. Take care of the things you need to take care of and the priorities that you have, but don't be too hard on yourself. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.